Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we look into a transformative demographic shift that's reshaping the fabric of America. By 2045, projections suggest that palm color individuals will transition from a numerical majority to a minority. Now, this evolving landscape prompts to explore the implications, celebrate diversity, and engage in meaningful conversations about the future of America. In these videos that I'm about to share with you, people share how the only people who are against this development are just afraid to become the minority because they know for a fact how minority groups are treated in America. But research shows that by 2045, palm color people are expected to become a minority in America due to the fact that the number of non-palm color people is rapidly rising. Now, Turka also shares his own thoughts on this as well. Check these videos out as we navigate the complexities of these demographic changes and discuss. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button as we dive into the insightful exploration together.
Do you agree with
just make
Tucker?
one prediction. So the United States is becoming, everyone's excited about it, or whether you're not excited about it, it doesn't matter. We'll be in the minority. So what that means soon. So what that means is you're going to get at some point, probably in my lifetime, people standing up and saying, I represent people. I'm the candidate of the world.
Right.
And I just want to say on the record that I'm going to tell that person, because nobody speaks. I'm an adult man, and nobody speaks for me because he shares the same skin color as me. Like, I just reject that entire idea. If I agree with you, I'll let you speak for me. And if I don't, I won't. But this idea that someone of a certain skin color, or any ethnic background speaks automatically on behalf of all people who share that skin color, ethnic background is a Nazi idea. And I'm totally opposed to it. And I will be opposed to it when it happens to me. When and this will happen. Someone's going to, all people. And I'm going to be like, I don't even know you, dude. I don't even know you. I refuse to allow you to purport to speak for me because we look the same, period.
Did you know that by the year 2045, people are expected to become a minority in America? Yes, and this is all due to the fact that the number of people of color in America is rapidly rising while the number of in America is declining. By the year 2045, the number of America is expected to drop to 49%. That is less than half, while Hispanics, Black people, Asian, people who identify as multiracial, and other are expected to rise up to more than half. Currently, the number one spot for people of color in America is taken by Hispanics/Latinos, which in 2020 made up for 62.1 million of the total American population. Followed by Black people, which in 2020 made up about 38.9 million of the total American population. So it is believed by many that someday in the future, people who identify as Hispanics/Latinos might be the most present people in the whole United States. However, Hispanics being the majority will not be the first time this ever happens, because back in 2003, Hispanics broke the record and made Hispanic/Latino the biggest minority in the whole United States, outnumbering the number of African Americans/Black people in America.
So you know the theory about people are slowly going to go. So the people who are actively against that happening are just afraid to become the minority because they know how badly they treat minorities and they don't want to be treated the way that they treat other people. Like, it would be a result of increased globalization and the fact that interracial marriages are increasing, because that only became legal in the United States within the last less than 100 years. And if this happened to go on long enough, eventually the world would just become one race. Now that opens a whole nother conversation, because that's just race in the way that we define it today. There would still be massive discrimination. They'd just find something else to be discriminatory about. Because groups in position of power will do anything to maintain that power, including oppressing other groups for whatever reason they can find. Like, power corrupts.
Now, this news might not seem too exciting for some palm color people, but it is happening. Are they not happy because they're scared of being treated the same way they treat minority groups, or what? But hey, it is what it is, and it is happening. Here's what projections show. Now, new census population projections have confirmed the importance of racial minorities as the primary demographic engine of the nation's future growth. Countering an aging, slow-growing, and soon-to-be declining palm color population, the new statistics project that the nation will become minority minority palm color in 2045. Now, during that year, palm color people will comprise 49.7% of the population, in contrast to 24.6% for Hispanics, 13.1% for blacks, 7.9% for Asians, and 3.8% for multiracial populations. Now, the shift is the result of two trends. First, between 2018 and 2060, gains will continue in the combined racial minority populations, growing by 74%. Second, during this time frame, the aging palm color population will see a modest immediate gain through 2024 and then experience a long-term decline through 2060. Now, among the minority populations, the greatest growth is projected for multiracial populations, Asians and Hispanics, with 2018 to 2060 growth rates of 176, 93 and 86% respectively. Now, the projected growth rate for blacks is 34%. The demographic source of growth varies across groups. For example, immigration contributes to 1/3 of Hispanic growth over this time span, with the rest attributed to natural increase, the excess of births over unalivings. Now, among Asians, immigration contributes to 3/4 of the projected growth. These new projections differ from those that the census previously released in 2014. Those projected a minority palm color tipping point in the year 2044 due to larger projected immigration and somewhat greater growth for several minority groups. The national growth was also somewhat larger in the 2014 projections. The US was predicted to reach population of 400 million in the year 2051 compared with 2058 in the new projections. Now, because minorities as a group are younger than palm color people, the minority palm color tipping point comes earlier for younger age groups. The new census projections indicate that the youth under 18, the post-millennial population, minorities, will outnumber palm color people in 2020. For those age 18 to 29 members of the younger labor force and voting age populations, the tipping point will occur in 2027. Now, the new census projections also indicate that the youth under 18, the post-millennial population, minorities, will outnumber palm color people in 2020. We are already past 2020. We are in 2024 now. Now, these tipping points years occur later for older age groups, meaning that seniors age 60 and above will continue to be majority palm color after the year 2060. The latter can be attributable in the near term to the staying power of the largely palm color baby boom. In fact, over the 2018 to 2060 time span, the only palm color age group that does not lose population is the 65 and older age group, an age group that overall grows far more rapidly than any other. Now, clearly, it is the growth of the nation's youthful minority population attributable to a combination of past and present immigration and births among younger minority groups that is keeping the nation from aging even faster than would otherwise be the case. Now, this is how important minority populations will become for the nation's youth even through 2060. At that point in time, the census projects palm color people will comprise only 36% of the underage 18 population, with Hispanics accounting for 32%. Now, this contrasts sharply with the minority contribution to the nation's seniors, which will still be over half palm color people. Because racial minorities are projected to account for all of the nation's youthful population growth over the next 42 years, so they will sharply decelerate national aging. Already in 2018, there were more palm color seniors than children, and according to census projections. Yet, neither will be the case for the combined minority population for the projected 2018 to 2060 timeframe. Minorities will be the source of all of the growth in the nation's youth and working age population, so most of the growth in its voters and much of the growth in its consumers and tax base as far into the future as we can see. Hence, the more rapidly growing largely palm color senior population will be increasingly dependent on their contributions to the economy, to the government programs such as Medicare and Social Security. Now, this suggests the necessity for continued investments in the nation's diverse youth and young adults as the population continues to age. In 2060, the census projects palm color people will comprise only 36% of the underage 18 population, with Hispanics accounting for 32%. Growth rates for multiracials, Asians, and blacks pertain to non-Hispanic members of those groups. As usual, share your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.